It was brought to my attention a few weeks ago that our friend and colleague and comrade Ib Birger Hansen passed away August 16, 2015. Ib died of cancer. As Pia Skanvad wrote for Fyns Stiftstidende, August 20th, 2015, for Fyns Stiftstidende, a colleague of Ib Birger Hansen, wrote in the newspaper following: Ib Birger Hansen Odense has died, 75 years old. Ib Birger Hansen have finally made peace after fighting cancer for 4 years, and after a life full of adventures and dedication. Since 1997, he has contributed to the newspaper with thousands of Odense notes as a local reporter, a job he was very passionate about and what also kept him going in the long, laborious fights with cancer over the last years of his life. However, it was within Odense local TV and radio that in 1980s he threw himself into journalism, and after finally retiring in 1985 after a long, distinct military career. Ironically, Ib Birger Hansen was trained as an iron forge and a machinist at Trier, but after joining the military services, he became a sergeant and an all-out professional soldier, until he retired his military career when he was only 45 years old. It has to be mentioned that in 1964, Ib joined the first team of UN troops who got sent to Cyprus to keep the Turk Cypriots and the Greek Cypriots from killing each other. And he later did 4 tours in Cyprus, and the last tour ended just before he retired. Their connection to the military lasted a lifetime by joining the board of Blue Berets, a soldiers' association of former UN-mandated missions. And later he became the deputy chairman of the Camarade Assistant Program. Here he was available around the clock to provide assistance and support to returning soldiers who had been involved with combat missions and who needed support and help after returning home. Golf in Blommelust had been a regular habit of his for some years in his later life. But as a young man, he was much more involved with competitive and active sports. After winning 30 Fyns championships in athletics, he then joined the sport of football, or as we here in the US know it as, soccer. He was an excellent goalkeeper, abilities which he later used when he trained young talents in FBU outreach programs toward young people who was interested in football, or as we call it, soccer. Ib Birger did not hide how great and important life was with Jette in their townhouse in Tarup. You could not ignore the pride that was written all over his face and the sparks of lightning expressed in his expressive blue eyes when he talked about the children and grandchildren and his interaction with them all. As I said in the beginning, Ib Birger Hansen passed away August 16, 2015, after a hard-fought battle with cancer. His funeral took place nearly 2 months ago, on Friday, August 21st, 2015, at the 11th hour at Power-Up Church. May Ib Birger Hansen rest in peace. he will be dearly missed.